I was introduced to porn at a very young age, and I didn't even realize it then, but it was affecting how I saw women, how I saw love, and how I saw myself. And for a long time, I used to justify it. I used to say things like, everybody does it, or it's not a big deal, until I noticed I just couldn't stop myself. So in this video, I'm gonna lay out everything. How porn rewired my brain, what it took away from my life, and how I actually reclaimed my mind back. And the reason I want to share this video is because if I can do it, so can you. And I wish I saw a video like this when I was struggling. So it all started when I was in middle school. That was around the time where I started finding girls attractive. I wanted to start having girlfriends, and everyone started talking about kissing. Everyone was also talking about this one thing called pornography, to the point where certain P-stars' names would be jokes, or we would search it up on each other's phones as jokes. It was just so normalized. We would talk about it. We thought it was funny. We thought everybody did it. So there I was, in the room one day. I was actually with my friend, and he said, hey, look at this video. And boom. It was like my mind just got exploded. I've never seen anything else like it in my life. Instantly, my dopamine sensors and my novelty got shot through the roof, and I was hooked from the get-go. But in the moment, we saw it, we laughed it off, we thought it was silly, we thought it was crazy, but I made sure to remember the name of that website. So when I was home later on that day, I'd had my brand new iPhone 5 way back in the day. I went to the restroom, waiting until everyone else was asleep, and searched up that website. And just like that, it was like a new world was completely unlocked. Things I've never seen before, feelings I've never felt before. And little did I know, but that's when my double life was created. Because ever since that day, I would get back from school and watch it. I'll wait until the middle of the night and watch it. I started remembering video titles to watch later, and I started to look forward to it. This is because at such an early age, your brain is highly moldable. It's just like Play-Doh. So because I started so young, pornography started shaping how I saw pleasure. It started shaping how I saw dopamine. It started shaping my mind around women, to the point where I would watch it every single day for 10 years straight. And the worst part is, I'm no secret spy. So I did get caught a couple of times by friends, by family members, by people looking at my phone and at me still having something open. It was embarrassing. And I still went back, even though all of that happened. And the crazy part is, I didn't even need a reason to watch it. If I was bored, I would go back. If I was feeling done with video games, I would go back. But as I got older, I started using it as a relief mechanism. If I got stressed from work, I would go back to porn. If I got overwhelmed with life, I would go back to porn. And still, if I was bored, I would always go back, which led me to the next phase of my life. This is around when I was 18 years old. Over time, I started realizing that it was a real problem. And I realized that because I told myself that I would stop, and I couldn't. And I felt ashamed, and I started to feel sick of it. And I noticed it was taking away a lot of things from me. My confidence. I couldn't even talk to women the same way. My discipline. Anytime I got to work on hard goals, or anytime I tried to do what's best for me, like my work on my mindset, or go to the gym, or work on my business, I couldn't do it. My brain just wasn't strong enough anymore. And the most important part that it took away from me is being able to do what I felt like a man should do. I couldn't even perform with the real women at the age of 18 years old. Imagine that. You're 18 years old, you go in to do it for the first time, and you can't even perform. At first, I thought it was a fluke. I thought it was very embarrassing. I went home feeling broken, but then I tried it again and again and again, and it led to the same outcome. At 18 years old, I couldn't even get it up. And this is because my brain chose to watch pixels over choosing to get stimulated by people. So my brain literally got wired to look at a screen and get hard. But when I was in front of a real woman, it wasn't enough for me. There wasn't enough novelty there. And there wasn't enough dopamine. So my body didn't react the same. And at that point, I knew something was wrong. I knew this can't be right. Why am I the unlucky one? So I started doing research. And I came across this thing called PIED, porn-induced erectile dysfunction. And I knew from the second I read the description that I had it. Because one of the symptoms were being able to get hard in front of pornography, but not being able to get hard in front of women. And another symptom was young age, healthy lifestyle, and normal levels of testosterone, but still not being able to perform. And I knew that was me. And ever since I saw that article, I knew one thing. If my brain could be wired to pixels, I can rewire it for people. And that's when I started the journey to freedom. But it wasn't an easy one. Because when I tell you I tried it all and nothing worked for me, I downloaded countless apps. I probably still have some of those subscriptions because I had so many. And they worked for like a week or two max. And then I went right back. I tried watching YouTube videos on how to de-lust your mind. And I always went back. I tried to keep anonymous accountability buddies. And it worked for a little bit, for a few weeks at most. But whenever life hit me with an unexpected emotion, I always reverted back to that one nasty habit. And at that point, I felt broken. I felt like no matter what I did, pornography was always going to be a part of my life. I felt like giving up. Imagine, at 18 years of age, feeling like adult content was just a part of your identity. How sad. But that was really what was going on in my mind. And it's not until I gathered all of my money for my part-time job. I probably spent $5,000 to flying from here in California to Austin, Texas, and paid for mentorship. And I learned from the best behavioral expert in the world. No joke. And he completely rewired my brain in the sense of he gave me all the tools. He explained what neuro reprogramming actually is, the ability to rewire your brain. So I took everything that I learned. I started implementing it into my own life. And it wasn't a straightforward journey. I implemented one thing and I lasted for a couple of days and I went back. I implemented something else on top of that last thing. I lasted longer and I went back. And then eventually I implemented everything into my life. And soon enough, my brain became completely rewired, where I didn't even want to watch pornography anymore, where even if an urge came up, even if I got triggered, I overcame it. And let me tell you, the amount of focus, the amount of energy, the amount of clarity and confidence and time I've gotten back is unbelievable. But the most important part is my brain started to rewire back from pixels and started responding to people. So I was able to have healthy relationships and I was able to do what I thought a man should do. And not only that, but because all of this time and energy and focus that I have back now, I've been able to start a group of men where all I do is free them from pornography. And let me tell you, this feels amazing for me. And now that I've become completely free, I look back in life and sometimes I just realize how much I've lost, how much I've held myself back. And I always wondered, why did I allow myself to go down that cycle for that long? So I want to ask you this. What is adult content stealing from your life? What is it holding you back from? If pornography wasn't a factor in your life, who can you actually be? What can you actually achieve? And as always, if you do want to be a part of that small group of men where I help them quit pornography, go ahead and click the link below and let's have a chat. Just you and me, face to face. Let's get down to the root of this problem. See ya.